Hello, I am Indu Rawat and you are watching We Women Want. Online violence against female journalists is one of the most serious global threats to press freedom and has contributed to female reporters being murdered, a new global report has found. Researchers behind the report, called The Chilling Global Trends in Online Violence Against Women Journalists, interviewed over 1,000 female journalists in 15 countries. Globally, the research found that almost 3/4 of the female journalists surveyed had experienced online violence in the course of their work. Threats of physical violence, including death threats, were identified by 25% and sexual violence by 18%. Of the respondents, 13% described threats of violence against those close to them, including children and infants. Almost half, 48% of the female journalists surveyed reported being harassed with unwanted private social media messages. Women working in journalism around the world have also been prime targets of abuse owing to factors like racism, homophobia, and several sorts of discriminatory behavior by the public. The report further discloses that female journalists also face networked and planned disinformation by agencies, sources, and even the public to keep them at bay from reporting critically and rising above in their professional arenas. The authors of The Chilling are now calling for governments, news industry, and the giant tech corporations to do more to tackle what they say is a crisis of online violence towards women journalists. They are also urging social media companies to overhaul algorithms that drive hate against women and for perpetrators of gender-based online violence to be deplatformed and penalized. The report, which is based on research by the International Center for Journalists, that is ICFJ, and the University of Sheffield, highlights the evolving challenges faced by female journalists. It calls out the victim blaming and slut shaming that perpetuates sexist and misogynist responses to offline violence against women in the online environment, where patriarchal norms are being aggressively reinforced. The question is, we all know about the online violence faced by female journalists, but what about the solution? Today's video was all about the awareing each one of you about the racism or online violence faced by female journalists. That's all for today's video. I hope you get to know about the problems of female journalists. In next video, we'll come up with yet another topic. Till then, stay tuned, keep watching us. We Women Want. Thank you.